I think all of you can hear me.
Yes, sir.
Am I audible to all of you? Please make arrangement to chat if I.
Yes.
Initially, I will be request to some extremely sorry for the inconvenience caused due to the 30 minutes late. So actually, it will be it was 35 minutes due to some technical barrier. Now it is, I think it is corrected. We will start our session in the English medium now. Then I am Kosala Madusanka Jayavira. I am a management accounting lecturer in the JMC vLearning platform as well as the Sinhala medium. Then I am a graduate from University of Kalani Accountancy Special as well as I am a management accountant in the particular manufacturing company in Sri Lanka, that is a poultry, as well as I have been able to work in last 10 years period in the JMC. Then I think I am capable to conduct the expectation. What we call in the expectation mean we suggest or we target to this kind of question will be available in this exam, but I am not going to express my 100% expectation, but majority of the question will be tested in this area. Then if you are go through the last 10 to 15 days period in this area, then you will be earn most probably more than 75 marks. Then that means actually you will be able to get the A marks, that your grade will be the A. Then I think JMC will be share the what is the topic we are planned to discuss in today. Then in meantime, we will start our session. Some of the participant has been request. It is possible to explain the single as well. We will try. We will do both in the hybrid method. It is doesn't matter. We will try to do our best to get the maximum benefit to the today to cover in the MAF area. Okay. Before moving to the session and as well as the topic, I think very essential to get the idea about the our last time paper topics covered. That means what are the topics we have already tested in the AAT exam in the MAF subject. Please let me sometime. I will share the screen as well. Okay, I will share the screen to get in some idea regarding the last time I discussed in the single medium session as well. Then you will be able to get some idea regarding what are the area in the AAT Institute has been tested in the last few papers. Okay, all of you can see the screen. Please give me some feedback regarding that screen is visible to all of you. Yes. Yeah. In both Sinhala and English medium, I have been able to conduct this session. Then we will conduct at the both sub language. Okay. Then normally in our question number 1, normally in the last 5 papers, not 5, actually there are 6 papers. Based on that, it has been tested in the CVP, that is the break-even point. Apart from that, included that same topic, it has been tested the margin of safety, that is the very famous area examiner has been tested in the last few times. That if you see the 2020 June, that is July paper, margin of MOS means the margin of safety. Then it has been tested in the 2020. Thereafter 2022 January, 2023 January. Most probably this time this kind of topic will be not be tested in the 2024 August. It will be tested in under the working capital management. If you see the my what we call in the share document, it has been included the first question as a working capital management. That's why I have been able to get some idea regarding that topic. That's why I selected that topic, because of the, if you see the majority of the time July examination, working capital, normally we say as a single, there is a karaka pragdane, there is a working capital. What is the capital we have to manage day-to-day operation, to run the day-to-day operation? Then most probably 2023, normally this exam goes to as a July, but unfortunately this exam will be tested in the August. No, then we will July, August both. Then most probably there is a working capital management. Working capital management will be tested under the question number 1, most probably. That is the high possible area, most probably will be tested. Then if you go through the question number 3, because of the why I am selecting this area, because of the those questions are related to 5 marks. You have been able to invest some times to this question, but you will be able to earn 5 marks. But keep in mind, part B and C, there are a lot of marks you can earn if you try to this area as well. Then when we are answering the particular question paper, then you have to maintain the proportionally basis. That means if you are willing to, that means you are ready to answer this question number 1, then initially you can try to the question number 1. Thereafter, don't try to question number 2 if it is possible, but you need to go through the part B or C if it is possible. That's when you are very interested into area to answering, then you need to select the normally this question number 5, 6, 7, likewise. Normally in the, if you have analyzed the last 5, 6 papers, question number 7, every time it has been tested in the cost of capital. Then this time also we expect cost of capital will be the same question under the question number 7. Normally we call as a WACC, weighted average cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital, WACC. Okay, then now before 15 days 15 days prior, then you know the cost of capital question will be tested in the question number 7. Then these days you have to ready for that question as well. Then you will be able to, before going to the exam, you can earn 10 marks. Here 5 marks, 15 marks you have been able to already earn without having paper, but we suggest that. Thereafter, question number 3, normally it is consisted part A and part B. Normally it is consisted 20 marks. Then that's mean most probably this time also will be tested in the process costing, including opening and closing WIP, including closing and opening WIP under the what we call in the normally those statements you have to prepare based on the it also the WAC method. WAC method. Normally we say that the Bharita Samanya Krame likewise. Then it also tested in the previously. Regularly it has been tested. Then most probably this time also tested. Thereafter, lot of students will be like to answer in this question, but unfortunately, when we analyze in the some answer sheet as well as the past result, majority of the students are not capable to calculate or some get the sums correctly, so which is related to the standard costing. That is the big topic included in our syllabus, standard costing. Then this time also will be tested in standard costing, but be careful when you are trying to this kind of question. You need to have, that means you have to have good theoretical idea to how to solve this kind of question. But this time will be tested in the material side. Most probably material side will be tested. Material mix, yield, yield wise will be tested under the material, because of the when you, if you are see the past few papers, here also the material. Thereafter labor, again material, again not related to that one, few of the other area, again material, again labor. Based on the pattern, it should be material mix or yield variance included in the operating statement, as well as the I have some hints regarding this one. Sometimes it will be tested that apart from any other area which is related to the sales price variance, sales quantity variance, likewise. But based on the, if you analyze in the, it is a trend, it is included trend. Based on that, it will be tested in the standard costing, material, yield, and mix variances. Those are the very famous question in our paper. Most probably it will be tested. Apart from that, question number 5 or 6 will be the cash budget. 5 or 6 will be the cash budget. If you assume 5, this time also question number 6 will be the cash budget. If you see this here, last 4 papers, question number 6 including the cash budget. Most probably this time also the cash budget. Cash budget. This is the area we are expecting to in this time. Okay, don't take as this is the final question. This is the suggestion I suggested. Based on the analysis, we can expect. Actually, it will not be tested, but we need to get some idea. What is the trend? Examiner has been tested in the previous question paper. Then here also the 10 marks. Here also 10 marks. This will be the most probably 15 marks. Under the process costing, we assume 15 marks you are available to getting the marks in the examination hall. Then how many marks you have been able to earn while you are referring to this today's session? How many marks you can earn? How many marks? 50 marks. 50 marks. If you able to work in capital, 55. I am talking about those who are not in line with the examination in up. Then today's session we will cover the 55 to 75 marks. If you don't have any idea regarding the still if you don't have any idea regarding the how to solve question, how to doing this kind of question likewise, then you will be able to get in the 55 to 75 marks within today 2 hours period, most probably 2.5 hours period. Then I think you will be able to get some idea regarding what kind of areas examiner was tested and will be tested. Am I correct? Did you okay to go with the start our journey in the today last 2 hours? 2 hours. Please let me know your feedback. What about others? Okay, I think we can start our session. Okay. If you have any question while I'm conducting the session, then you can ask from any question while that's been in your voice, so as well as the by chatting area. Okay, but I think very essential if you ask from the voice, because of the very easy I can understand, as well as the getting the real answers to the whatever the question. Okay, whatever the method you can use, it is just a matter. Okay, normally this question paper will be consistent the 3 hours. Before answering question, examiner will be provide the 15 minutes to planning and reading. Normally it is not the reading, actually it will be the planning as well. Wait, I have some technical errors is coming on. Okay, I will share the screen again. Then keep in mind your examination will be the 3 hours and 15 minutes period. All of you can see the screen now. Then 15 minutes. This before I start the examination, this 15 minutes, it is very essential to go through the what are the question you are trying to answer. Then you have to rank. Thereafter you can answer. Otherwise, very difficult to which are the area you have to be answer, and you need to earn marks no before finishing the 3 hours time. Then before start the exam, you need to see rank. This is the my question number. Then we assume you are the master in what we call in the CVP analysis. Then your attempt will be this question number 4 will be your ranking number 1. Thereafter you are master in the cost of capital, weighted average cost of capital, those area, then you will be a rank that is the question number 5 will be the number 2. This is the I am referring. Okay, then you thereafter the next ranking in the here there is the CVP analysis, limiting factor analysis. Then this is the question number 3. You need to answer as a rank 3. Question number 3 is a rank 3. Then investment appraisal. Then here, if you see the payback period, very easy question based on the my side, but I think your side also same. Then this is the question number 4. Why I am say that this, if you are in a master this area, then keep it safe. Don't try to firstly, because of the during the 3 hours you will be consume lot of time to the irrelevant area. Then you need to spend your time for the valuable area to earn marks. Then that means if you are having some standard cost in budgeting, then you have to incur some time to get in idea regarding what are the area examiner has been tested, and how to plan my answer and how to write down that answer. Likewise, you have to make a time. Then very easy to very big question try to first, and thereafter you can do this few of the sums here. Calculate the payback period, very easy. Then you need to get the initial cash flows and underline net cash flow impact, and then sums and get the idea last 5 minutes also. But if you try to initially, then you will be spend majority of the time is time to the this question to find that means finish off this question. Then keep in mind you need to rank. This is my suggestion as a lecturer. Okay, then we will try to the question number 2. I think all of you very interesting area. This is topic related to the project appraisal or investment appraisal. Project appraisal, investment appraisal or project appraisal. Yes, most probably all of the question will be discussing the today. You need to hurry to finish off this question. If I finish up this area at the same time, you need to wind up your calculation as well. Then this is our question number 2. CBA Limited is evaluating. We will take this screenshot of this question and we will try to solve this question. Then I think it's very easy. Then I will share the another screen. Now all of you can visible in the Excel. Am I correct? CBA Limited is evaluating a tax exempted. Fortunately, it is tax exempted. Then tax exempted capital project within the initial investment of machinery, the rupees 15 million. That is the initial investment in the year 0. You have to be able to spend 15 million rupees to this project as an initial capital. Then the machinery is expected to have a useful lifetime of 5 years. Net cash inflows, that is the word you need to maintain and you need to aware. Inflows means those are the cash flow you will be received. Then based on that initial movement you will be spent, you will be cash outflow 15 million rupees. Based on if you are invest this much of amount to this project, then CBA Limited is capable to earn next 5 years period of projected cash net cash flows. Likewise, year 1 2.4 million something, next year 2.5 something, 4 million, exactly 4 million, thereafter 4.6 million, 3.5. Likewise, there are 5 years period. Then these are the cash flow they are expected. It is not the actual thing. This is the expected. Keep in mind, under the investment appraisal or project evaluation, we are planning to evaluate the future period cash flows, not the past period. If it is a past period, we call as the sunk cost. If you have already incurred some cost, it is a sunk cost. Sunk cost that is already incurred. That is the past cost. Past cost, cost or revenue we are not considered to evaluate those projects. Then keep in mind sunk cost. Here there are no past period past period incur cost. Only is available expected cash flows. Then we have to use some techniques. What is the technique? What is the method? Then get into this kind of method. Initially, you need to identify the how many years. Payback period means if you invest the 15 million, how long to recover that 15 million? That is the how long. That's the how many years you have to be wait to recover your 15 million value. Then this is the cash flows. This is the cash flows. This is the cumulative cash flows. Cumulative cash flows. Cumulative cash flows. Cumulative cash flows. Then year 0. 15 million. I will be work with the 1,000 figures, rupees 1,000 figures. Then very easy to you can get the sums without playing the zeros. Then year 0 you will be able to spend money, no? Then this should be the negative cash flows. That is the minus sign. Then you have to have recover 15,000 rupees. Then that is the your cumulative cash flows. Year 1, you will be receive 2,450 rupees. 2,450 rupees. Then how much you have been able to invest year 0? 15 million. Then you need to recover from 2,400 rupees. Then you have to deduct 10, getting the net impact to the end of the year 1. End of the year 1, how much you have to be still incur, still recover. Then how to get 15 million. That's 15,000 plus 2,450 rupees. Then now you need to recover the 12,550. Then we will check next year what is our cash flow. Next year, that's the year 2. Year 2. Year 2, we will receive the 2,550. 2,550. Same technique you have to follow. Then get the answer, net impact. Another 10,000 remaining to recover, no? Up to the year 2, still you have not been able to recover your fully cash investment. That's the 15,000. Okay, no? Then next one, that's the next year, year 3. Then you will be received the 4,000. Now we know the technique. Then 10,000 plus 4,000. Another 6,000 is remaining to recover. Year 4. How much? 4,650. 4,650. Then how much? 1,350 rupees you have to be to recover still. Then last year, project also goes to the 5 years period. If still we are not available to recover our initial investment, then this is not the viable project based on the practical. If you think in the practical scenario, your project also goes to the 5 years. Your cash flow also not available to recover until coming to the end of the project period. Then it is not viable. Why I'm saying that practically, if we invest some amount of money to some project capital investment, then we need to collect cash as soon as possible, as soon as immediately. Why? There is a risk in the future period as well as the inflation. Then we are not in a position to predict what would be the future period. Then our expectation will not be available as the actual. Then it is very essential to keep in mind, if you invest some amount in project appraisal or investment project, then you need to collect those cash flows as soon as immediately. Otherwise, your time value of money will be deteriorated. That will decline. Okay, but doesn't matter. Don't bother about that practical scenario, because this is a examination question. Then we will test the 3,500. Keep in mind, we need only 1,350, but we have received more than that. Then we need to know about how many months to recover this amount. We have excess. We don't want excess. Almost 4 years period completed. Then not the exactly 5 years, 12 months period. Then we have to proportionately get in the how many months. May I know your answers, please? If someone complete. What is the answer? What is our payback period? What is our payback period? 4 years. That is the payback period, which is equal 4 years and how many months? I will give some space to get the answer.
So is that 4 million and 5 months?
4 years and 5 months.
Oh, yeah.
Is there any other suggestions? How to find the number of months? Very interesting question. 5 months says few of them.
3 months.
3 months. This is the technique. That is the way you need to get in the answer. Rupees 3,500 received, which is related to how many months? How many month period we have received the 3,500? 12 months period, no? Then we want to know about the 1350. How long period goes to recover that sale month? Am I correct? This is your question. How many months? Then keep in mind, this is the rationale. Rupees 3,500 received on behalf of the 12 months period. Now you want to know about the 1,350 rupees will be available to how many months? How we solve it? $4.6 months something. Yes, another answer. Neranga. Neranga, your answers is to be correct. I think it is correct. How we solve that one? Then keep in mind 12 months. That is the 12 months. We want to know about the 12 periods. No? Then 12 months divided by 3,500. When we divide in 12 months by rupees 3,500, then we are in a position to identify 1 rupee. If we earn 1 rupee, how many months or how many days we have to wait? Then how many, what would be the answer? Then we will see 12 months divided by 3,500 means this is the 1 rupee value period. If we earn 1 rupee, this is our period. Then how much we want to know about? Then 1,350 multiplied by the 1,350. Then 4.6 months. 4.6 months means overall 4 months and 4 months. Thereafter 0.6 means how we solve that? If you want to know about the days, 0.628 into 30 days. Then 18 days. Got the method? All of you are catch my method. At least if you are in a position to get in the how to answer or how to get in the answer, please make a chat. Or otherwise you can say by unmuting your session. Okay. Then normally we can say 4 years and 4.6 months. That is the period. Here, this question has been tested in the to calculate the, you are required to calculate the payback period for the above project. No? Then you need to mention your method of answering, okay, as well as your conclusion. All of you okay? Shall I ask someone to answer? Devmini, Dilakshi, Fatima. There are 2 Fatimas. Isurangi, Jerin, Nawaz, Kavi, Kaushika. It's okay.
Sir, I have a small doubt in this.
Why? What is the doubt?
Sir, rather than putting it like 4.6, can't we take it at around 5 months?
Don't take that. It has an answer. Why I'm saying that? Because of the when we are evaluating the project, payback period mean we have to get in the shortest period. No, as an investor point of view, you need to invest some money to the outside project, and you need to get back as soon as possible, immediate. No, then get in the minimum answer, not the maximum answer. That is the approximation. Don't do that.
Okay, sir. Okay. Thank you, sir.
Got the point? Got the point?
Yes, sir, I got it.
Okay. If you want to know about the sometime in a practical scenario, sometime board of directors will be asked, yes, please tell me 4.6 months is okay. How many dates? Then 0.6 you have to be multiplied by 30 days, as mentioned in the Najim. As well as I also mentioned in the here, we have to take in the 18 days. 4 month and 18 days period. 4 month and 18 days. Sometimes this kind of question will be asked from the examiner as well. We don't know. It has not been tested. Okay. 4 years, 4 months, and 18 days. That is the actual payback recording. Because of the some project also the same mechanism. We assume another project organization will be conducted, then same answer will be coming. Then you have to evaluate how many days, which is the best one. Likewise, then you have to evaluate. Okay. Shall we move to the next ranking question? This question number 2 is okay. Then I will take this question number 3. Question number 3. Here, before going to this question, I would like to express some theory behind the area this question. Initially, I have been able to provide some paper analysis. No, that paper analysis examiner in last 4 years period, mostly, just if I not miss. If I not mistaken, I think last 4 years, not just 4 years to 3 years period, 3 to 4 years period, approximately we assume last 3 years, examiner has not been tested this area. This is the linear programming. Under the short-term decision making, this area has not been tested, but there is possible to test in this time because of we are working in the end of the new syllabus session. That means next couple of papers, that this time, thereafter another 2 papers, thereafter our syllabus will be withdrawal from the AAT, then 2025 will be the new syllabus. Then still only one time examiner has been tested in the 2020, I think. Thereafter 2016 or 15 something. Apart from that, never has been tested. Then keep in mind, this question will be tested in this time. This is you are fortunate because of today we will discuss. Okay, this is under the CVP analysis, limiting factor area. No? Under the CVP analysis, cost volume profit analysis, normally we says that the labha samachchedana lakshya, profit break even point. Likewise, under that topic, there are another short topic consists the limiting factor. Limiting factor, some of the resources, all of you available with me?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
This is the question number 3. Then this question has not been, that is the question I am trying to explain possibility to test in this time. Then here CVP analysis, limiting factor. All of you can see the screen now. Okay, limiting factor. Under the limiting factor, if it is a limiting factor in more than 1, 2, 3, then we can use the normal method. Normal method means to evaluate, to identify what is the limiting factor. Then we want to rank based on the limiting factor. But sometimes few of the material, labor, variable, caches, likewise, all of the available resources will be limited, we assume. Then this technique you can use only if you are working under the 2 product only. If you have a more than 2, that's we assume your correction will be tested in the product C as well. Then never tested in the linear programming technique because of this is the graphical method. Then you can show or represent X and Y axis only. That means you will be able to get this kind of correction only if you are in your correction there are 2 products. If you have in the 3 products, you cannot apply this technique because of this technique is only available on behalf of the 2 axes. Otherwise, you are not in a position to provide that. Then keep in mind, this is the linear programming technique. If you have any question, please ask while I am conducting session. Okay, now we move to the method of answering without having any theoretical background. Okay, Meena Limited produce and sells product A and B. That is the product. There are 2 products. Then following information has been extracted from the respective product. These are the product A and B. Before read out the other area, this area, you need to identify the what are the requirements. You are required to compute the contribution of product and product A and product B. That is the normal method. No, all of you are available in the after A level. Then I think you are capable to identify the compute the contribution. Normally contribution will be calculate selling price minus variable cost. Keep in mind variable cost only. Okay, variable cost, whether it is a production or non-production, whatever the variable cost you have to taken into your contribution calculation. Thereafter, identify the variables. That is the word. Variables, objective function, constraint. Here I have been able to mention the limiting. Limiting, same, that is the synonyms to the limiting, that is the constraint. We are not available resources to as we wish. Again, අපිට තියෙන ප්‍රමාණයටම අපේ බලාපොරොත්තු, we expect to supply any product to the society at large, but unfortunately our resources are not available to getting those requirement, fulfill the requirement. Then we call as the limiter as well as the constraint. In management accounting point of view, we say the constraints. Constraint means that is the limit. We are not in a position to. That means you, all of you students are capable to face the exam, but unfortunately 3 hours is our limited factor. We cannot go beyond the 3 hours. All of you understand what is the limited factor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. As well as this organization also, there is sometimes there are a few of the resources will be limiting constraint. Then identify means we need to know about what are the variables, objective function. Objective means every organization under the short term, they are trying to maximize their contribution. That's why examiner has been asked the please compute the contribution. Then our objective should be maximize the contribution, increase our contribution by doing the resource allocation. Thereafter constraint, then 2 marks, draw the constraint on the graph paper. Then before answering the or drawing this constraint or whatever the evaluation, getting the graph paper from the exam, what we call in the exam hall examiner, then sketch your graph. Otherwise don't do in your piece of papers, because of the correctly you need to identify the which are the plots that the intersections points you need to identify. No, then get in the graph paper and draw the your constraint. Thereafter you will be able to identify the feasible region. Feasible means that is the area you are in a position to produce and sell into your goods. Otherwise you are not in a position. Okay, identify the optimum production mix. Optimum production mix means we establish the contribution, that the objective function. Once we identify that these are the composition, these are the quantity we need to produce based on the product A and product B, based on that our maximum resource, that is the limited resource, should be allocated on behalf of that product. At the same time, we want to know about the our maximum profit are available in the same usage. That is the identify the optimal product mix. Shall we move to this question to calculation? Okay. Then product A and product B, selling price, direct material M1, M2, then direct labor per hour 2000, yes, 250 rupees. Then based on that, we can identify the per kilogram, whether how many kilograms we will use, how many hours we will spend on behalf of the product A and B, product B. Before answering this kind of question, you need to evaluate those information as well. Then you will be very easy to get in the answer. Otherwise, you have to invest majority of the time to identify those things before answer. Okay, product A, product B, product B. Then selling price is 1,200, 900 rupees. It is okay. Then material M1, M1, M2, M1 and M2. Doing this kind of working before answering this question, whatever the question. Then when you purchase in 1 kilo per kilogram 120 rupees, how many kilogram we have to utilize for on behalf of the product? 360 rupees is the total cost. If we purchase the 120, how many kilogram? 3 kilogram on behalf of the product A. All of you are okay. Product B, 240 divided by 120. How many kilogram? 2 kilogram. All of you are okay with the calculation? Please let me know.
Okay, sir.
The next one, 240 material 2, that is M2 divided by 60, 4 kilogram. Next one, 240 divided by 120. Why I'm dividing by the 120? The 120, not 120. It should be the 60. Then 60. Then 4 kilogram. This is the ration or usage by respective material. Direct labor. Direct labor. Direct labor hours. Direct labor hours. Then per hour cost is 250. Then 375 rupees divided by 250 rupees. Then 1.5 hour. That is the 1 hour and 30 minutes. Here 250 divided by 250, that is the 1 hour. Within 1 hour, product B will be completed by the prospective employees. All of you okay? To composition of this product A and product B, how to consist the material usage and labor usage. Please give me the feedback. Quickly, hurry up. Okay, then we have to identify what is the algorithm. Algorithm means what is the technique or how to use this material, available material M1, M2 direct labor by consisting the comply. That is the consist mean the comply with the requirement. Then now you need to read out the other area. Then monthly demand of the product A and B are 25,000 units and 32,000 units respectively. That is the monthly demand. That means if we produce the product A 25,000 units, then we can sell it because of the demand also the 25,000 units. When we come to the product B, if we produce the 32,000 units, then that product is available in the market because of the customer also come into the 32,000 units. But if we produce less than, our supply is not capable to fulfill the customer requirement. If we excess production, our production will be remaining as a stock in the particular sellers. Got the point? I think all of you are okay. Then material M2 and direct labor for the material 2 and direct labor for the next month are expected to available 220,000 kilogram and 60,000 hours respectively. That means we cannot go beyond the 220,000 kilogram as well as the 60,000 hours by the direct labor. Then we have to, in line with those requirements, we cannot go beyond that. That is the basic thing. Then we have to establish the some rationale. That's the rational or rations. Okay. We will come to the how to solve this question. Okay, I will show you. Keep in mind, don't make a sums. Keep in mind, keep on your eyes how to tackle this kind of question. Thereafter, you have to be able to try. Don't try as soon as immediately. Okay, only look at. By using 3 and 2, how many kilograms we are available in the market? How many kilograms? M1. Is it limited to unlimited? It is unlimited. Because the examiner has not been provided any information regarding that. That is the unlimited, which is not the limited. If you remember, when we are explaining this question, I have mentioned that there should be a limited. Otherwise, we cannot apply. Here, M1 is the unlimited. Then we don't want to bother about that. Okay, now M2. By consisting this ration, how many kilograms are available in the market? 220,000 kilograms only. No? We cannot go beyond that. Kilograms. Direct labor. $60,000 based on the information hours. But based on this kind of method, we can say those are the limiting factors. But we have to evaluate. Otherwise, we cannot say no. Then how many products we are try to produce? M2. Then 4 kilograms into 25,000 unit plus 2 kilograms into 32,000 units. How many kilograms we want to fulfill the demand? Then we will take the sums. I will take 4 into 25,000 plus 2 into 32,000. Then 164,000 kilograms we want. No, here M2 should be the 4, no? Here 4, not the 2. Then 4. 228,000. 228,000 kilogram we want, but unfortunately we are available in the market how much? 220,000. Then there is a shortage 8,000 quantity, no? Kilogram. Then this is the limiting factor. Limiting. This is the limiting factor. Factor 1. Next one, we will direct labors. Is it also the limiting? 1.5 hours into 25,000 units plus 1 hour into 32,000. How many hours? 1.5 into 25,000 units plus 1 into 32,000 means same, no? 69,500 hours we want to fulfill the market demand. But unfortunately, we don't have that much of amount, only 60,000. There is a limiting factor number 2. Then there are 2 limiting factors. Based on that, we have to answer this question. Those things we want to initially evaluate, otherwise very difficult to finalize this question end of the sessions. The end of session means part B and part C. Then you will be able to get the relevant answers. Then we will do the requirement A. Very simple question of contribution. How we calculate the contribution? Contribution. Calculation and contribution. Contribution. Product A, product B. Then selling price. Rupees terms 1,200. Product A, product B 900. Then deduct variable cost, all of the variable cost. Okay. Then very easy. 360 plus 250 plus 375 plus 120. Then 360 plus 240 plus 375 plus 120. Then 1,095 rupees. Am I correct? Please.
Yes, sir. Correct.
Then what would be our contribution? Difference between selling price and variable price. 105. Here, next one. 240 plus 240 plus 250 plus 80 rupees. 240 plus 240 plus 250 plus 80. How much? 810. What is the answer? 90 rupees. Product A and B. That is the examiner has been asked under the part A. That is a simple number, simple A. It is okay now. Then identify the variable. Then B. Variables. Here you need to make some suggestions how to solve this question. But problem is, look at the question. If you see this question, look at. If we produce the 25,000 from product A, 32,000 from the product B, you need to 228,000 kilograms from material B. But unfortunately, you will be able to get the 220. Then you are not in a position to produce the 25,000 and 32,000 because of what is the reason? If you wish to produce 25,000 and 32,000 altogether, then you need to 28,000 kilograms. But unfortunately, you don't have. Then you are not in a position to produce this much of amount due to the limiting factors, constraint. Then 25,000 and 32,000 units is not valid to future calculation to the our method. Then we have to evaluate how many units we want to produce. We have to produce product A, how many units from the product B, likewise. Then before moving to that one, you need to evaluate the to identify the variables. Then I will suggest this method. Then take the simple x equal number of units. That is our question. No? Number of units produced by product A. That is the number of units. We don't know how many units. We assume as a x. You can get whatever the word, doesn't matter. Take as it is. Y equal to number of units produced. So it is doesn't matter. Produced by product B. This is the quantity. That is the variable. This is the variable we are trying to evaluate. Okay, now then you can get the whatever the word, doesn't matter. But keep in mind, identify the variables as a variable. Okay. Then identify the variable. First part, okay. Then objective function. Objective function. Objective function means that is the maximization of our contribution. Then equal to the maximize. Maximize the profit. Profit or contribution. Actually, it should be the contribution. Because of the under the short-term decision making, we will consider the contribution, not the profit. Contribution. Then we can say it has normally if that means the profit or contribution max. Is that max? Is that max equal to we want to know about the contribution 105 from how many units? X plus 90 from Y. Why I'm elaborate this kind of equation? How I am elaborate this kind of equation method? Please let me know what is the meaning of that one. Yes, Fatima has been asked the sir limiting factor දෙකක් එන්න පුළුවන්ද exam එකට? Yes, most probably. Yes, limiting factor there will be there, not only 2. Sometimes there will be the 3 in this kind of question. Then Z max. Z max means the profit maximization of our contribution. Maximize the contribution. I will be use Z. Then we want to maximize the Z. Then Z max. How I am taking the 105? 105 is the product A contribution. How many units are we are suggested to produce from product A? X number of units. Then our total contribution will be consisted 105 into X. That is the our total contribution from the product A. Next one, all together. That the all together we have to be enabled to as an organization as a whole. We need to earn that much of profit. No. Then product B contribution is 90. Then how many units we are suggested to produce? Y number of units. Then 9 into Y. That's the 90 Y. All of you okay?
Okay, sir.
What about others? Okay. Then we want to evaluate the constraint. Constraint means the limiting factor. How many constraints are available? There are 2. There are 2. Then M2 material. What is the composition? M2 4. But we don't know how many units. We assume X number of units from the product A. No. Then 4X plus 4X plus 4Y. Which is equal to how many kilograms? Please let me know how many kilograms. 220,000 only. No? Then make an equation on behalf of the limiting factors. Are we able to go beyond that 220,000 or lesser? Or up to this point? Please let me. Are we available to go beyond that or lesser? Or on the target? Please give me the feedback. $220,000 gatte kohomada? Very easy. No? Who is the person asked from the description? What is the student name? Supun. How we take that 220,000? Here. Material 2 next month are expected to available 220,000. It is available in the future. Okay. Equal or lesser than, that means that is the maximum quantity. Then we have to incorporate the maximum greater than sign. Greater than sign. Greater than sign. We will take that one. That one. That is the maximum. Keep in mind, this should be equal or lesser than this composition. That means here this answer, that's the answer, this in highlighted by yellow color. Then this shaded area answer should be lesser than the 220,000, but it not beyond the 220,000. That's why it is a limited factor. We will take as a equation number 1. Equation number 1. Equation number 1. Next one. Next equation will be coming from the material. It is not the material, it is the direct labor. Direct labor. What is the composition? Composition, direct labor hours. What is the composition? 1.5 plus 1. Then same approach we can use 1x 1.5. Yes, 1.5x plus 1y. Actually, don't need to mention the 1. No? That's the y mention is the 1. Here also consists the maximum hours. How much? 60,000. No? 60,000. We cannot go beyond that. Okay, that is our limited factor 2. Apart from that, equation number 3 should be whatever the product. That means whether we produce X or Y, X or Y, X or Y should be more than 0. Why I'm saying that? We call as a non-negativity. Non-negativity. Why we have to show that non-negative as well? Why? Please tell me. Please tell me the reason behind that. All of you are available in this one. Anyone? Why? It is greater than 60,000 because we cannot produce negative kilograms of hours. No. Yes, it is a part of the answer is correct. Why we say that? If we want to maximize our contribution, we have to produce at least 1 unit. No, how? If we put in the sum of the quantity on behalf of the X and Y, definitely there should be more than 0. No, if you put into this equation 0 sign, your equation will be invalid. That is will be 0. But we are trying to objective to maximize our contribution. Then we have to produce more than that. That is more than 0. Other, if we are not producing, you can earn the profit. Can't. That's the practical. Okay, no? Okay. Support. Kaushani. Tiban. Iresha. Kavisha. Harida. Okolo okay there. Darshika. Pasan. Kaushika. It's okay. Please let me know. මේක කොච්චර කඩ දරන්නේ නැහැ ඕගොල්ලන්ට තේරෙන්නේ නැත්තම් ඉතින් ඕගොල්ලෝ මට feedback එකක් දෙන්න. Okay, then we have to draw it. Before drawing this equation, we have to get the answers to X axis and Y axis. Then I will show you how to get in the shorter period to this answer, which equation number 1. What is our equation? 4x plus 4y, which is equal to 220,000. That is the equation. That's our equation. Then how we solve that one? Here we want to know about the X and Y answers now. X and Y. Then I will show you shortest method to get in the answer. Yeah. You want to know about the X's, Y no? Then we assume if it is this equation, X is 0, X value will become 0. What would be the Y answer? What would be the Y answer? Please let me know. If it is if we assume X equal to the 0, X equal to 0 means 4 into 0. 4 into 0 means 0. Then 4y equals to 220,000. What is that? 220,000 divided by 4. How much? 55,000 units. Am I correct? All of you are available with me. Then what would be the, if it is a y become a 0? Y become a 0. If it is a y become a 0, then y become a 0 means 4y means 4 into 0. That is a 0. Then 220,000 divided by 4. Say 55,000. All of you okay? Please let me know.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Next one. Same method. Then if it is the x0, under this equation, x is 0, 1.5 into 0, that is a 0. Then 60,000. Y become a 60,000. It is okay now. Then y become a 0. Y becomes 0 means 60,000 divided by 1.5. That is the 40,000. Next one, it is not the equation, it is the compliance. Then this is the formulas, that is the data we have to plot in our graph sheets. Okay, shall we move to the graph? I will come to the what we call in our whiteboard. Okay. Our first equation goes to 4x plus 4y equal to 220,000. Then we are able to get the x and y answers now. X becomes 0. X becomes 0. Y is the 55,000. I will put in the 55,000. Okay. Then y becomes 0. X is the 55. Then next equation number 2. 1.5 x plus y equal to the 60,000 now. 60,000. What is the x and y answers? X becomes 0. Y 60,000. 60. Y becomes 0. X 40,000. Then you have to draw the x and y. X here. X means the product A. This is the 0. That is the junction, 0 junctions. Then this is the y. That is the product B. Okay. Now we have to show this data under this. Okay. X becomes 0. X becomes 0 means x here. No? Then how many data we have to represent? I am not going to represent those information. Then 5. Likewise, then you can put in 5, 10, 15, 20. I make it 25, 30. That's why I told you in the initial beginning, it is better to get in the graph sheet, okay? Otherwise, your time will be vanished. 40, 45, 50. Got the idea? 55. You also look in the 60, the maximum now, why no? Then 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65 likewise. I will put in the 5, 15, 25, 35, 45. I skip the 5s to save the times in this our session. Only remaining the 1 hour 55, 65. Likewise, you have to sketch it. Then we will draw the when x becomes 0, x becomes 0 means x here to 0. Then x becomes 0, y is 55 here. When y becomes 0, y becomes 0, y becomes 0, x is 55. Y becomes 0 here. Y becomes 0. What would be? X should be 55 here. Then we have to those two corner points. This is the equation number 1. Then identify as 1. Then this is the maximum resource available by this material 2. No? Then we cannot go beyond that. This is the we can work in the lesser, that is the below. Don't go beyond. Below area we can use or up to the line. More than line we are not in a position to. Why? It is the limiting factor. Then next one, x becomes 0, y should 60. X becomes 0, y is 60 here. 60. Y becomes 0, x is 40. Y becomes 0, x is 40 here. Then here also we cannot go beyond. It is the below the line. All of you get my point? Below.
Yes, sir.
Non-negativity means we have to produce more than 1. No? Then x to be produced more than that. Then our feasible region more than 0. Y also we have to produce more than 0. Then y-axis more than 0. Then you have to shade it likewise. Then this is the feasible region. This is the area feasible region. Then you are available. There are 2 points. This is the A. This is the A. This is the intercept point in B. I don't know actually here, but based on the your graph, it should be the correct B. This is the number, that is the C. How many corner points? How many corner points, Lamai? There are 3 corner points, no? A, B, C. Then you need to evaluate the how many units from X and how many units from the Y. Got the idea?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Corner point A. Is there any product produced from the Y? No. Y is 0. X is how much? 40. Here, please tell me the answer. B section. You can solve these 2 equations by using the calculator. X should be 10,000. 10,000 means 10. Y to be 45. Am I correct? How we identify those figures? That means here how many units? Here how many units? Likewise. How we identify? By solving the equation number 1 equal to equation number 2. Then you will be able to get the X and Y. That is the simultaneous equation solving method. Or otherwise you can solve it is a quick equation, or otherwise you can see the by weaving the your graph sheet. Okay. Number C, that is the only X is not produced, Y X becomes 0, Y is 55. Got the number of units from by evaluating the ABC corner points? If you have any question, please let me know. Someone has been shared their answer A equal to the 0 and 32,000. Usual, I didn't get it. Habiba Yusuf, I didn't get A is 0, 32,000. I didn't understand that one. Now we have to evaluate the answer. Then put into the profit maximization equation. Profit maximization equation 105x 105x plus 90y 90y. Then substitute from x this equation. Here y is 0 now. Then what would be the answer? 105. I will solve one step. 105 into 40 plus 90 into 0. What is the contribution? 105 into 105 into 40, 4,200. This is the 1,000 figures. Okay. Next one, 105 into 10 plus 90 into 45, 5,100. Next one, 0 into 105 plus 90 into 55, 90 into 55, 4,950, 4,950. What is the highest profit contribution on endpoint? This is the highest contribution. This is the highest. Then this is the optimum product mix. Optimum product mix. How many units? From A, 10 units. From B, 45 units. Based on that, we can earn maximum contribution. Got the point? How did you get 5,001 and 4,900 did you get? This is the method. Here, this is the equation. What is the equation? 105 Please let me do some few times. This is the formula. 105 x plus 90y, no? 90y. Then here, point number B. How many units produced from x? 105 into 10. From x answer is the 10. No? Then plus, how many units produced from the y? 45. What is the contribution? 90 per unit. Then we want to know about the total contribution. Then multiply by the 45 units. That is the answer. 105 into 10 plus 90 into 45. 5,100. Got the point? Same as the next one as well. Okay, shall we move to the next one? Okay, now we move to the question number 5. Question number 5. Question number 5. HCP PLC is a listed company with the following capital structure. That is the capital structure. What is the source of finance? There are 3 methods. Ordinary shares, 12% irredeemable debentures. IRR means irredeemable. That is the unforeseeable period. It will be available. That is the until company wind up. Then particular debenture holders wait to collect their monies. Otherwise, company will not be withdrawal that the cash. As a ordinary shareholder, same. Ordinary shareholders also will as a true owner of the company. No. Then based likewise, irredeemable means redeem means there is a specific time period. Particular organization will be redeem their value. But irredeemable means particular debenture holder, whatever the holder want to wait till company will be settle their redemption. Otherwise, they cannot get the cash back from the organization until they wind up. Or otherwise, they will be make a resolution. Irredeemable preference shares mean the same preference shares category. That is the irredeemable until company decided to redeem. Then we want to wait to collect our investment. Then those are the share structure. Capital structure. Capital means that is the method a particular organization has been collect their cash from the ordinary shares, debenture holders. Those debenture holders we call as irredeemable, preference shares holders, and the irredeemable. The following additional information is also provided. A dividend of the rupees 4.5 and 50 cents per ordinary share was paid for the year just ended, and dividend are expected to grow at a rate of 4% per annum. That is year by year, their dividend will be grow by 4%. Then annual dividend of the preference shares is 1 rupees and 40 cents per share. Then keep in mind, preference shares dividend will be the specific dividend. It will not change time to time. But keep in mind, ordinary share dividend will be vary based on their earn profit, their retention policies. Based on that, their dividend will be vary. The company pay income taxes at the rate of the 30% per annum. That is the 30%. If you earn some 100 rupees from the particular investment, then you have to have spend or pay taxes on 30%. That is 70% is the your disposable income. Then you are required to calculate the following: cost of ordinary shares. Normally we call as the KE. K means the Greek word to identify the cost. Or otherwise you can say RE, return on equity. Next one, cost of irredeemable debentures means KD or RD, return on debentures. Cost of irredeemable preference shares KP, cost of preference shares or return on preference shares. Here WACC. Normally WACC will be calculated based on the market value. Market value. Shall we move to the question to calculation? I think all of you are aware of this topic as well. Then we will move. Question number 5. Okay, HCP TLC is the list recommend number. It is okay. Now then we have to calculate the cost of equity. Cost of all the shares. We call it KEO RA. Then cost of debentures, irredeemable debentures. Irredeemable debentures. Irredeemable debentures, KD. RT. Next one, cost of preference shares. Number 3. Irredeemable preference shares. PP, RP. Shall we move to the calculation? Okay. We will draw the equation. E equal to B0 1 plus G. That's the growth rate divided by, actually this should be the AE, yeah, P0. P0. I will explain the theory behind that. Plus G. This is the basic formula to evaluate the, to identify the, there will be a few sounds in our family members. Don't bother about that. Okay. If you want to know about the market price, that is the PO. PO means that is the price you will be purchasing the ordinary shares as a, in this context, in our ordinary shares scenario. No? If you are purchased the ordinary share, one ordinary shares from the market, then you have to be invest some amount money. No, then that money will be equal when you will earn particular investment on behalf of the particular investment in particular dividend based on the your cost. The cost means the, what is the expectation return, as well as the, then your market price included the your growth rate as well. Then you have to add that growth rate. But here we want to know about the KE. No? KE. We are looking at the KE. Then you have to cross multiplication. How we cross multiplication? PO goes to here. KE goes to other side. All of you okay with that one? All of you okay?
Okay, sir.
Then same rationale. KD as well. Then here there is an interest. Here then we will show the I. If we have some debt capital, you have to pay taxes. You have to take tax benefit. Then I open bracket 1 minus T, then divided by, there is no any growth. Under the preference shares, very straightforward formula. KP and P divided by P0 is the same, then D. This straightforward. Then you have to answer. You have to substitute those figures. Then you need to get the dividend. D0 is how much? D0 is how much? 4.5. Growth rate is how much? Growth rate is, as a decimal place you have to be taking, it is very easy to calculate, 0.4. Then D0 is what is the your market price? Then market value is mentioned in the 500 million, 500 million, 5 into 8 zeros divided by 20 million number of shares. Then you will be able to get the market price. What is the market price? 25 rupees, PO. How I have been able to take 500 million divided by 20 million. Equal to 5 and 8 zeros divided by 20 million. 25 rupees. Then you have to be substitute. What is the answer? $4.5, 0.4. Market price is 25. That is the substitution. Then please tell me the answer. Answer is what is the answer? 22.72. Am I correct? Okay. What is the next application? Here we want to know about the KT. What is the interest? 0.12. That is the 12 rupees. No? The 12 rupees. Then 12 open bracket 1 minus T means 0.3. What is there? Answers. Interest is how much? Interest. Their price is 100 rupees. 100. If it is 100, they will be spent 12%. That is the 12 rupees interest. Then P0 market price will be 800 million. 800 million divided by 8 million. How much? Rupees 100. Okay. Then divided by 100. What is the answer? 8.4 something. .4 something. Yes. Next one. Next one also is very straightforward question. This is the dividend. It has been mentioned in the question. How much the dividend has preferentials? On behalf of the preferentials, there is a 1.40 cents. Purchase market price. Market value is the 200 million divided by 10 million. 200 million divided by 10 million. 20 rupees. 20 rupees. Answer is 7%. Is it correct? Okay. Cost of ordinary shares capital is how much? 22%, 22% and 72 cents. Next one, cost of irredeemable debentures, how much? Cost of irredeemable debentures, how much? It is the 8.4. That is the debenture holders are expected to from the particular organization, that HCPLC, from 8.4%. Then cost of debentures, that actually it is not the debenture, it is the irredeemable preference shares. Irredeemable preference shares, how much? Irredeemable preference shares 7%. Then we need to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. Then we have to wait. Then this is the good area. Then you have to okay, then we have to calculate the weighted average cost of capital. How we calculate the weighted average cost of capital? By using this method. Okay, then get the source of finance. Source of finance. Source of finance. What are the source of finance? There are three sources. First one, ordinary shares. Next one, irredeemable debentures. Irredeemable debentures. Third one, irredeemable preference shares. Okay. Then market value. You have to have decided the market value. Fortunately, this question, all of the information has been mentioned. 500 million market value. 500 million. Next one, 800 million. Third one, 200 million irredeemable preference shares. In cost of capital. Cost of capital, how much? It is better to you can get the decimal places, okay? Then 22.7 divided by 100, like this. Then next one, 8.4, no? 8.4 divided by 100, 0.084. Next one, 7% divided by 100, 0.7. 0.07. It's okay, no? Then weighted cost of capital. You have to have weighted. Then how we calculate the weighted? Then we can take this is the A, this is the B, this answer to be A into B. Got the point? Then multiply by the 500 million into A. Next one also the same. Then these are the cost weighted average. Then you have to be able to get how we calculate the WACC. Then you have to get the total figures on the market value and weighted average cost of those figures. $1.5 billion, 194,800,000. Then weighted average cost of capital, which is equal to WACC, equal to cost divided by total market value into 100%. Into 100. What is the rate? That is the weighted average rate. $12.99, almost 13%. That is the weighted. There is no any method, any source of finance we have been able to get the 30%. That is the weighted. If we obtain 100 rupees from the particular sources, we have to be sacrifice the 13 rupees on behalf of this capital. That is the cost. I am able to see few of the students will be left from the session. I don't know why they are removing the session. Those who are available in this session until in the last minute, you will be able to get the most benefit at the exam hall. Okay. I don't know why they are left from the session. If it is some reason, it doesn't matter. But keep in mind, this is the last moment, last chance to go through the exam. Then wait till end of the session. Okay. Now we have been able to finalize the question. There are 4 questions, no? From question 5, previously question 3, 2, in question 2. Now move to the question number 1. Number 1. This is under the working capital. Most probably this time will be tested in this question under this topic will be tested. Okay. It is to ensure that the entity is able to continue its operation, and that is the sufficient cash flows to satisfy the both maturing short-term debt and upcoming operational expenses. That is the normal explanation. It is not any related to the question, but they will be provided some explanation to avoid the answering, our direct answering. Then the following information relating to the ABC Limited is provided for the last 3 years financial years 2020-23, latest year 2021-22, 2020-21. Trade receivable figures 2.9 million figures, 3.7 million, 4.9 something. Then cost of sale 19 million, 21.6 million, 23 million respectively. Gross profit ratio 5%, 10%, 8% on behalf of the respective years. Assume 365 days year, that's the normal thing. Otherwise, you can take the 360s, but keep in mind under the working capital, you need to evaluate the number of days. No, whatever the days figures, then it is better to get the 365 days unless examination has not been provided. Normally, you have to take in your calculation, taken into your calculation 365 days, not the 360. In your A level, it is okay, but keep in mind this is the practical subject. Then that is the practical scenario. Then you have to work on the realistic figures. Then 365 days, and all the sales are on the credits basis. That means if we have not available in the cash sales, we have to recognize as a credit sale. If it is this statement has been not mentioned, you need to assume why trade receivable available means that is the business is going on the credit basis, not the cash basis. That's why they are available in the trade receivable based on your suggestions. Okay. Now you are required to calculate the trade receivable collection period. That means how many periods we have to wait collect our credit sales figures. That's if we sell 100 rupees on the today's, how long period to wait to collect the customer's money. Then we have to evaluate 2020 23, that's 2022 23. It should be the 2022 23. Thereafter 21 to 22. Yeah, this, yes, it should be the 2021. The question should be changed. Trade receivable, normally we call it the debtor collection period. Debtors collection period. Debtor collection period, DCP. Short abbreviation, DCP. In number of days, no. Before solving this question, you have to do some workings. Okay, shall we move to the how to solve this question? If you want to the collection period, normally you have to be able to get the some days, no. Then those days has been mentioned. DCP, debtor collection period. DCP. How we calculate? Normally, when we calculate in the periods, so whatever the debtors, creditors, inventory, then you have to get the current asset or current liabilities in the top of your equation. Then here average. Why I'm taking average? Because of the closing figures will be the as at date figures, but we want to know about the over the years period, that the particular 12 months over the 12 months period, we want to know about the what would be our collection period. Then we want to take the average figure. Then we will take the average trade receivable divided by credit sale into 365 days. All of you okay?
Okay, sir.
Then here we want to know about the average data. But what is the year they have been tested? I have been already noticed. We have to take the 2022 to 23, 2021 to 22. That is the examiner has been tested. If it is a testing this time. But unfortunately, there is no credit sales figures identification in direct method. Then we have to do the some workings. How we doing the workings? 2020 to 23, 2021 to 22, 2020 to 21. Okay, that is the years. Normally, sales based on that sales, then we have to deduct the cost of sales. Then we are able to identify the gross profit. Gross profit. Here they have been mentioned gross profit as a percentage, 5%. Here 10%. Next year 8% likewise. Then you need to know about mechanism or formula for the how to decide these figures. Then how we identify. This 5% has been identified based on what? If it is here 100, then same method. This is the 100. Then if it is here 100, this answer is the 5. What would be the cost? 95, no? Got the point here? If it is the 100, this should be the 90. Am I correct? Please let me know. Lamai, answer kar de. Am I correct? Please give me the answer. Yes, yes. Okay. Then we can decide the figures. Cost of sale figures is how much? 19 million. I will work in the 1000 figures. Very easy to trace the figures. Then here 21,600,000. Next one 92. And what is the answer? 23 million. Actually, we don't want, but we will work to get in benefit in the examination. Then we can decide it the 19,000 divided by 95. What is the sales? 20,000. Here 21,600 divided by 90. How much? 24,000. This is the only figure we want. Then credit sale, we know that how much? 1,000 figures as 1,000 figures, 20,000. The 365 days. Next day 24,000. Now we need to get in the average data. 2,918,000. 2,918,000 plus 3,795,000. 3,795,000 divided by 2. Then we will be able to get the average figure. Average figure. Then 20,000. Okay. 3,795 plus what is the data? 4,907,2. 4,907,2. Why I am taking points 2? I am working on the this 1,000 figures. Okay. Please tell me what is the dates. $62.86 days. That is the 62 days. 63 we assume 63 days. Is it correct? Here. Into 365. 67.54 days. That's 68 days. Darshika, Sahansa, Samha, Saman, Kaushali, Vidushi, Nafia, Neranga, Pasan, Kaushika, Fatima, Kamil. Whatever you ask, Devini, Dilrukshi. Yes. Is it correct? Your answer is correct. Please let me know. Is there any other answers? $61.25. Yes. $3,795 plus $4,907.2 divided by 2 divided by 24,000 into 365. 66.17. 66.172. Then 66 days. Yes, it is correct. Okay. Okay, shall we move to the question number 6? Question number 6. It is related to the standard costing. Question number 6. Very straightforward question, but you have to do some of the workings to trace the answers. Then I try to enhance your theoretical knowledge by using these questions. Okay. POP Limited manufacture product X using two materials. There are two materials they are using to produce the product X. The following information has been extracted from the standard cost card. The standard cost card means that is the card for if we are expecting to produce in 1 unit. Standard cost card normally consists the 1 unit cost. That is the predetermined cost on behalf of the 1 unit. If we are producing or if we are expecting to produce the particular product, produce a particular product, then we want to know about the how many usage and how much will be the value. Then we want to know about the 1 unit per unit cost. It is a predetermined cost. Before producing the particular product, we will measure. Normally we call as that is the costing. Then this costing we call as the standard costing. We assume, we expect it to stand. That's the we maintain some levels. That's why we call as standard. Okay, standard cost card normally represent the per unit details. Descriptions, rupees per unit. Material A, there are 2 kilograms you will be used at the rate of 400. Then how much the particular price per unit? 800 rupees. Why? If we purchase the material A from kilograms, then we have to incur 2 kilograms on behalf of the product X. Then per kilogram value will be the 400. Then almost how much our per unit cost? 800. Material B, there are 3 kilograms we have to utilize to produce the particular product. Then how much the per kilogram price? 150. Then how much the value? 150 into 3 kg, then 450 rupees per unit. During the month of June 2023, POP Limited manufactured and sold 10,000 units of X, which 22,000 kilograms of direct material A and 28,000 of direct material B were used. Okay. Then you are required to calculate the direct material mix variance. Okay. Before moving to the material mix variance, then you have to get the material variance. I will be explaining some theoretically. Material variances, whether it is the sometime either favorable or adverse. Favorable or unfavorable. That is the favorable or adverse. Then material cost variance, total variance will be considered. There are two parts. The first one is the price impact, price variance. Other one, quantity variance. Quantity we call as a usage. variance. Price variances mean what is our standard price difference from the differ with actual price. For purchase price. Here, standard usage differ. If it is equal, there is no any deviation. Actual usage on behalf of standard. This quantity or usage variance we can divide into further two. If you producing more than, if that means if you utilize the more than one material, then material mix variance, material yield. Yield variance. Here examiner has been asked material mix variance. Mix here. This is the question. It is related to the quantity. That's why the quantity mentioned. Mix. Then I will show you the sum statement method. Here we want to know about the mix variance now. Then here we want to know about the actual usage. Actual quantity into standard price. Actual quantity into standard price. Material A, material B. Material B. Actual quantity is how much? 22,000. AG into standard price is how much? 400 rupees. Then here 28,000 kilogram into 150 rupees. And you will be able to get the answer. Here we are using the mix variance, then mix, no, then total quantity into standard mix into standard price. Here there is the actual mix. Here there is actual mix. We want to know about the mix variance. We are trying to mix variance now. Under the material, then there should be a difference. Variance means difference now. Then how we identify? If we use the standard mix here, then upper side should be the actual usage or actual mix. Then here standard mix, here actual mix. Then we will be able to get the difference between them. Then total quantity is how much? 22,000 and 28,000. How much? 50,000. Then 50,000 kilogram altogether. Kg into what is the standard mix? What is the standard size? If we utilize the material A 2 kilogram, at the same time we have to incorporate the 3 kilogram from the material B. Altogether, how much our mixture? Mixture will be 5 kilogram packet. 5 kilogram packet consists of 2 kilogram from the material A. Balance between the balance is the 3 kilogram from the B. Then how much our total kilogram? 5 kilogram. Under the material A, 2 divided by 5 kg. That is our standard mix into 400 rupees. Got the point? Got the point? All of you are okay. All of you are okay. All right, please tell me. Okay. Now we will move to the calculation. Please make a thumbs and tell me. Okay. $50,000 kilogram into why I'm taking the 50,000 because of the mix will be the 5 kilogram. Then we have to separate the 50,000 and 50,000 on behalf of the standard composition. 3 divided by 5 close bracket into rupees 150. Please tell me the answer. 50,000 into 2 divided by 5 close bracket into 400. Answer is the 8 million, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, answer to be 22,000 into 400 means 8.8 million. Here 28,000 into 150 means 4.2 million. Here 50,000 into 3 divided by 5 into 150 means 4.5 million. Please double check the answers. Then you will be able to answers. Variance. What is the variance? We expected to spend 8 million, but actually we spent more than that. Then 800,000 is a negative. Adverse. We denominated by A, adverse. Next one. Here 4.5 million we are expected to spend. Actually we spend lesser than 300,000 positive favorable. Got the point? Okay. Now we move to the part B. Same question, part B. Part B. IMAT Private Limited. IMAT Private Limited manufacture produce X in one of the of its plant and sell to the market. IMAT uses the standard costing system. Then they are using the standard costing system and absorbs overhead based on the direct labor. Direct labor hours mentioned tama egolu karanne. Direct labor hours based on the budget of production 2000 unit per month. That is the significant information per month. Budgeted sale for the month of 2000 unit at the 12,000 per unit. That means they are expected to budgeted selling units is how much 2000 unit under the rate of 12,000 per unit. That is their budgeted selling price. Standard cost card. Standard cost card I have been already. That means I have already informed to you. Standard cost card per unit. Product X is as follows. Normally says direct material. That is the direct material. Direct material 10 kilogram use. Then for under the rate of 400 rupees. Then how much? 4,000 rupees. 4,000. Then direct material 4 hours. Then 1 hour cost is 150. Then cost is 600 per unit. Variable overhead 4 hours per hour rate is 100. Then 400 rupees. Fixed overhead production 4 hours utilization. That means consume under the rate of 200. We call as this is the OAR, FOAR, fixed overhead absorption rate. Previously 100 is the VOAR, variable overhead rate. Then 200 into 4 hours 800. Altogether total standard cost is 5,800. The actual result recorded for the month of June 2022 are as follows. Production and sales 1,800 units. They expected to produce and sell 2,000 units. Unfortunately, they are not in a position to produce that much of amount. They have been able to sell production and sales lesser than the expected. That is the adverse impact. Why? They are expecting to earn 2,000 quantity, but unfortunately they have been sold it how much? 1,800. That is the lesser than the budgeted. Then it is the adverse impact. Selling price also, but point of view the quantity, it is the adverse impact. But when we look at the price point of view, it is a positive side. Why? They expected to sell at the rate of the 12,000, but fortunately they was sold out 13,000, additional 1,000 rupees. Direct material, they have been able to utilize the total kilogram 18,800 kilogram, 550. Direct labor 6,100 hours, 200 per hour. Variable overhead altogether, that's one. Like then calculate the following variance month of June: sales price variance, sales volume variance, direct material price, direct material usage variance, direct labor variance. 5 marks. Then we will do that one quickly. Then actual sales quantity into actual price. actual sales price. Sometimes we call as the actual margin. Actual margin. Then sales price variance. Here we want to know about the price now, and we will not change the actual sales quantity. Actual sales quantity into standard selling price. Why? Here we are looking the price variance, selling price. So standard margin. Standard margin. Once we finalize this correction, we will do the rest. That means we will wind up the session. But wait till complete this correction, because of the mainly this kind of correction will be tested in this time. I'm not joking, because of the I think. Okay. What is the selling price? Actual selling price is sales quantity is how much? 1,800 unit. 1,800 unit into what is the actual selling price? Actual selling price is goes to 13,000. Here 2,000. Actual 1,800. The expectation price is over 12,000. That is the selling price method. Then 1,800 into 13,000. 23,400,000. Here 1,800 into 12,000. What's the difference? We expect 21 million figures, 21,600,000 something. We have been able to earn more than that. Then how much? 1,800,000. That's the favorable. Or otherwise, you can do this way by using margin. Margin means 1,800 into margin means you have to be deduct 13,000 minus 5,800 cost. 5,800 cost, no? Yes. Then what is the margin? 7,200. 7,200. Here also 1,800 into here margin. Standard selling margin is 12,000. 12,000 minus 5,800. 6,200. What's the difference between? Here 1,800 into 7,200. Here 1,800 into 6,200. What's the difference? 12,960,000 minus 11,160. Same answer. Either this method or this method. Both method don't use, only one method. Then sales volume. If you want to do the sales volume, then you have to change the budgeted sales. Budgeted sales quantity. Why we are looking the quantity difference now? Budgeted quantity into standard margin. And margin, no, it's the same price. Then budgeted quantity is how much? 2,000 into 12,000. Or otherwise 2,000 into 6,200. $24 million. Sales volume variance. $21,600, $24,000 for 2.4 million. They have been earned more than that, but unfortunately they are not in a position to earn 24,000, and the 24 million is capable to earn, but unfortunately they have been earned less than the adverse impact here. 2,000 into 6,200 means 12,400,000, but they actually earn 11,160. There is a lesser than the one. Okay. Then direct material price variance and direct material usage. Same method, but keep in mind simple method, then actual quantity. When you are calculating the material price, then there are two materials. No, I think there are two materials. No, actually one. And very easy, straightforward question. Then actual quantity or usage, actual purchase quantity into actual price of material. Then actual purchase quantity will not change. Quantity will not change. We will change the standard price as the standard price. Then there is the price variance. Price variance. Then what is the actual quantity purchase? Actual kilogram 18,800 kilogram in 550 rupees. Actually also same purchase. No? Then 18,800 kilogram into stand price is 500 if I not mistaken. No, it is a 400. That is the price variance. Same quantity under the different price. And how much? Here 18,800 into 550 means 10 million something. 10,340,000. Here 18,800 into 400 means 7 million something. 7.5. Then what is the difference? That is the price difference. 400. That is the price 400 we are expected to purchase material A. Unfortunately, we have been able to realize on the market 550. How many quantity we purchase? 18,800. On behalf of that, 150 rupees has been spent more than the expectation. 2,820,000 adverse. This is the price variance. Next one, usage variance. If you want to use it, then you have to change the standard usage. Usage into standard price. Standard material price. Okay, what is the standard usage? Standard usage says, based on the standard, how many kilograms we want to use on behalf of the product one unit, 10 kilograms. How many units we have produced? 1,800. Then what is our standard usage? 1,800 units has been produced. Based on the standard, how many quantity we have to be used? 10,000. And then how much the quantity? 18,000 kilogram we are capable to utilize based on what is the rate, 400 rupees, but unfortunately we have been able to utilize more than that. Then that is the usage variance, that is the deviation of expectation and production manager capabilities. $500,000. That is the usage variance. Here, 2.8 million adverse. All of you okay? Next one, direct labor rate variance. Labor rate variance also is straightforward question. On behalf of the standard quantity, actual quantity purchase, you have to change the actual labor hours into the actual rate, not the price. Here to be changed as a rate. Here actual purchase, not the actual labor hours into standard rate. 6,100. 6,100 hours into rate is how much? Actual rate is 200 rupees per hour. 6,100 into 200. Then 1,200,000. 1,220,000. Our standard price is how much? Standard cost 150. 6,000 into 150. 6,100 into 150. Then 915,000. 915,000. Then we have paid more than our expected rate. Then it is the rate variance. How much? 1,220,000 minus 915,000. 305,000. All of you okay? Okay. Now we have been able to cover the question number 1, question number 2, question number 3, question number 4 is pending, question number 5. Most probably it will be tested in the question number 7. This question will be tested on the question number 7 normally. Question number 6. Then question number 7 is the straightforward cash flows. then you have to be able to try it. If you have any question, get the WhatsApp group and share with me the answer, then I will check and let you know. Apart from that, very simple question: CVP analysis, break-even analysis, profit volume ratio, break-even units, margin of safety. Did you remember at the start of the session I have mentioned margin of safety has been available? Yes, most probably you will be able to get the record session as well. Then doesn't matter whether you will be received or not. Please be aware and get the computation regarding these topics. Apart from that, please follow up this topic as well. I will give you some topics. Other one, NPV calculation, net present value calculation with taxes. Taxes means that there will be this project, it will be taxable. Other one, payoff table. If you know that topics, do it the homework. Payoff table. If you don't know, don't worry about that. Do the what I discussed in today. Then the topic is what we call in the process costing. Process costing correction. Those, if you do those area along with this paper, then you will be able to get the most probably 90 to 75. That is the range you will be earn marks. Most probably that means A if you work with this smartly. Okay. If you have any question, I will be share my contact number as well. Then you can share that also. Then you can get the contact from this number as well by using WhatsApp. Then I think we are able to cover some theoretical as well as the will be test possible question areas in this time in MAF paper. Then I think you will be able to get some idea regarding this session, and it will be the value addition to your MAF subject. Then I hope you will be able to go through the exam and get the best result from your side. Then I will be wind up, and in nutshell, I will be wind up my session. Thanks a lot waiting for the until last minute. Good night, all of you. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. God bless you, sir.
God bless you. Welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thanks.